He had always lived alone, a shut-in who'd never stepped outside his home in years. One quiet afternoon, something unimaginable happened. A beautiful woman's head emerged from the wall of his living room. Paralyzed with fear, he stared. But the woman didn't seem frightened. Her eyes curiously scanned the room, taking in every detail. Cautiously, he inched closer. She suddenly lit up with excitement, as though she recognized something in him. He panicked. Was she stuck? Was she in pain? Acting on instinct, he reached out to help pull her free. But just as his hands touched her, she shouted something sharp and unfamiliar. Startled, he froze. The words, harsh and urgent, were in a language he didn't recognize. He fumbled for his phone, opening a translation app, but it gave him nothing but gibberish. Without wasting another moment, he ran to the unit next door and banged on the landlord's door. "There's a woman, she's stuck in my wall. I think she might be your daughter or..." The landlord's expression twisted into anger. "I don't have a daughter," he snapped. "And if you keep harassing me with this nonsense, I'll have you evicted." Back home, the man sat across from the head, embedded in his wall. Deep in thought, was the landlord lying? Could he have trapped someone inside his own house? Determined to find the truth, the man broke into the landlord's unit while he was away. But when he inspected the corresponding wall, there was nothing. No sign of a woman, no break in the surface. Just smooth, unbroken drywall. He left, more confused than ever. Still, something inside him couldn't bear to cast her out. From then on, he let her stay. At mealtimes, he shared his food. In the evenings, he taught her simple words. Slowly, they began to understand each other. Then one afternoon, the front door burst open. "You haven't paid rent in 2 months," the landlord shouted, dragging a potential new tenant behind him. "I'm showing the place today." Panicked, the man tossed a towel over the woman's head, but it slipped, revealing her wide eyes and floating hair. The tenant let out a gasp, backing toward the door in silent horror. It's a new collectible," the man blurted out. "Limited edition, very realistic." The tenant didn't buy it. He mumbled an excuse and left quickly. Once the door closed, the man and the woman exchanged a quiet smile. Crisis averted. From then on, he began working, really working for the first time in his life. Every evening, he'd rush home, arms full of gifts, clothes, accessories, anything he thought might make her happy. He didn't know when it happened, but he fell in love. One day, he had a wild idea. Maybe if he poured water over her, she'd grow a body. He tried, nothing changed. That night, feeling lonely, he watched something provocative and turned to her sleeping face. Without thinking, he kissed her. She stirred, uncomfortable, but instead of stopping, he acted on impulse. He grabbed a hammer. Within 10 minutes, he'd smashed apart the entire wall. Desperate to free her, dust flew everywhere. The landlord, hearing the noise, burst in, only to find the man in a destroyed room, clinging to a floating head in the open air. The woman wasn't trapped. She had never been in the wall. She simply existed. Realizing what he'd done, the man tried to patch the wall, to hide the truth, but it was too late. The police were called. He told them everything, every strange, surreal detail. They didn't believe a word. He was held in custody for 3 days. When he finally returned home, the wall was sealed, freshly painted. No sign of her remained. She was gone, and he was truly alone again.